When the end comes, I know it's just the knows. Life goes on,
What's that, Ruby Close?
Yes! We went there, didn't we?
Somebody cares. I mean, Dad, some people care. I mean, without saying a lie, really. I do have somebody. Here she is. I mean, she I don't know why.
Six.